mic down, son. Let me lower this mic. What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? Welcome back. Welcome back to Let's Talk About It. Been gone for a few weeks, but we back to work now. As you see, this is not the same mic I had because we're back to work now. Just wanted to refresh the channel, let y'all know what's been going on. You know what I'm saying? Had to take a little break. Had to get some things situated, right? Amount of things, but things that needed to be situated. Had to get situated with people that I wanted to be on, different guests that I wanted to be on, and content that I'll be doing myself. For those that have been on my channel, have been to the page, for those that are new, you see different types of guests and things on. And you maybe you're used to a channel only being one thing. Like you go to a business page and they just do business, or you go to a relationship page, they just do relationships, or real estate, they just do real estate. This is not that. The name of my podcast is Let's Talk About It. That means there will be different things talked about. You don't have to fit the mold that they made for you. But seriously, I believe that we are people of value and that we need to take the time to have different conversations. There is a space for people that specialize in this thing or that thing or that thing. In a way, I kind of want to be a conduit to allow some of those voices to flow through my platform to maybe help somebody else. So I've had truckers on. By trade, I'm a trucker myself, by career. Independent contractor, but I'm a trucker. I've had credit specialists. Hopefully to have her back on. Because us as a people, we either know about credit, just getting our credit right, or need to get our credit right. I've had family members / pastor, because my brother is a pastor. Had him on. Had my sister, which is a baker. I'm not going to name everybody, but I've had a variety of different people on to talk about different things. Authors, TLC, entrepreneurs, DJs, clothing designers, different ones that come on and share their knowledge. I'm going to be doing more of that, and I'm also going to be presenting things just from my point of view, hopefully to start some discussions. I want to discuss the divisiveness that we face or the things that we go through, even down to things like, okay, the whole thing with the mask and corona and COVID and things of that nature. Now, mind you, no doubt, it's a very serious situation, very serious topic. But even how they've taken something as simple as, do you wear a mask or do you not wear a mask? And we can actually start looking at each other funny because of that. I'm going to state a fact right now. Even going back to the beginning of the pandemic, they made it clear that there were only specific types of masks that actually protect you. So everything else, you're still susceptible. So on a day-to-day basis, whether you're wearing a mask or you're not wearing a mask, you can still catch COVID. So the fact that you're wearing a mask doesn't mean you won't catch it. So looking at somebody without a mask and judging them as if they're more wrong than you is foolish, because that mask you have on is not going to keep you from catching it. That's a fact. But because they've put it in our mind that it's life or death with the mask. Not that COVID is not life or death, but they've made it like the mask is part of the life and death situation that you're going to face, when it's not true, y'all. Do you go back and think about the beginning of the pandemic when they stated which masks were effective and which ones were not? We wear more of the ones that are not effective than the ones that are effective. Yet we'll go in a store and look at somebody funny that doesn't have on a mask when you got on the mask that ain't working either, and judge them. Yet another thing that keeps us separated. Looking at the vaccine. Yeah, they put out, and listen, as of yet, no, I haven't taken the vaccine. At some point, I probably will be put in a situation where I will have to. But even with that, that's divisive. Because you have those that have chosen to take the vaccine. That's your business. That'll look at the ones that haven't taken the vaccine as if they're the opposition. And it's not true. If I'm saying I need more information before I just allow them to put something in my body, I have a right to do that. Especially when up until this point I haven't been sick yet. Not saying that I can't get sick. I'm just saying up until this point, I haven't caught it yet. So why am I going to do something to myself which will actually open me up to catching it? Because there are people, even though they've said that if you Google it, you won't get it from taking the vaccine. Yet there are numbers that keep coming out saying that people that are taking the vaccine, some of them still getting corona right after they take the vaccine. So they lie to us and tell us the truth at the same time. But depending on which one they tell us first is the one we believe. So because they told us you can't get it from the vaccine, you'll know somebody that get it and still go with the information that they lied to you about. That's how good they are with splitting us up. Down to relationships, how there are a lot of black men that demean black women and vice versa. There are a lot of black women that have a negative view of the black man. So we constantly going at each other. You this, you that. You ain't worth this. You ain't worth that. You don't deserve this. You ain't. I don't need you. They got us to the point where we're going at each other when we're all we have. The government is not on our side, y'all. These other ethnic groups are looking out for themselves. They're not on our side, y'all. Even if they're not against us, they're still looking out for them first. But it's us that falls for the tricks and the things that they come to us with to make us fight each other instead of us saying, okay, every time they come at us with something that should be divisive, we should take a step back and say, what's the bigger play? What's the bigger picture? Because if they're yet again throwing something at us to make us go at each other, then it must be something that they're trying to keep us from fighting against. You ever think about that? They throw some of the most foolish things out there to distract us and make us be like, well, fuck men, fuck women. Black women ain't this, black men ain't that, blah, 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 blah. Just going at each other. And the whole time they're changing policies, changing laws, changing rules all around us while we're distracted. Not even saying that some of the things that catch our attention aren't valid, but we still need to know what the bigger picture is. And a lot of times we don't. A lot of times women think that black men are the bigger picture, so we're the problem. A lot of times black men think that black woman is the bigger issue and that they're the problem. Both are lies. Is there indeed trauma within our community? Yes. Is there indeed people that have done horrendous things to each other in our community? Yes, even down to family members. But we need to look at the bigger picture of how the prison system is taking our men and the medical system is taking our women. Let me say that again. How the prison system is taking our men and how the medical system is taking our women. We always focus on the prison pipeline. No, look at what they do to our women. It's lots of women that have gotten hysterectomies that may not have had to if they've had the right information. Ed, you speaking on women stuff. They gonna say you bashing. No, I'm telling you the truth because I was married. So I've dealt with and I've seen some of the things that the medical system can do that is foul. Some of you have stories of being in the care of the doctor or the hospital and just having a feeling inside that they're not doing something right. I can't put my finger on it because I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse, but I can tell they're not doing something right. But because we don't know, our people fail for lack of knowledge. So we need to be focused on that above going at each other because, well, I don't think you should be showing your booty on the internet. I don't think you should be commenting about women on the internet. Little dumb stuff. Dumb stuff that we go back and forth about. Now, as I say, and let me clarify, because people have the notion to say they take a little inchy piece of what you said and try to act like that was your point. No, there have been traumatic things in our communities. I say way over half of the women I know have come across in my lifetime have had some type of traumatic sexual experience. So I'm in no way trying to take away from your experience or demean your experience or any of that. I'm talking about the realm outside of that. And the fact that we can't classify all by the few. And men have had their share of traumatic experiences. Sometimes we just don't recognize it as trauma because of what we're taught. If you, young man, grown man, whatever stage you're at, if you've had sexual relations with a woman and you're a child, you're 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and this is a grown woman, because you're programmed to believe you're supposed to get all the coochie you can, you're supposed to blah, 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 oh, you the man, you don't look at it as somebody taking advantage of you. So as many of us that have probably sucked a titty or did more than that at a young age, not realizing what it was doing to us because we're not programmed to look at it like that. We're programmed to look at it as a win no matter what age it is. That's not right. We need to be focused on that, the root of these problems, and not just aiming the gun at everybody and just spraying everybody. Oh, you got a penis? Bah, 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 bah. Oh, you got titties? Bah, 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 bah. We got to stop doing that. So I want to have those conversations. I keep leaning into my mic because I like it. My mic sounds nice. The audio is a little bit more crisp. Also, I want to clarify, yes, I'm from Emporia, Virginia. And I'll rep that till I leave here. I'll also be critical of it too. And let me be clear, this is not a hometown podcast. Yes, I'm from the hometown. And several people from the hometown have been up there. But that's not all that's been up there. That's not all that's going to be up there. And I'm not just talking to you. I'm hoping to have messages that can reach Japan, Budapest, Australia, South Africa, Ghana, Toronto, the Maldives. I want the messages to go global. So if something said on the podcast offends you locally, just know it ain't just for you. This ain't just Ed talking about your personal business. I'm not aiming to talk about anybody's personal business. But even if I'm talking about something that relates to my life and in the context of it, you know that part of that story has to do with you. Well, guess what? A nigga in Japan don't know you, so don't nobody care. Especially if the story is being told in the context of trying to teach or hopefully put some information out there that can help somebody. No one cares. I don't plan to get up here and call anybody's name out. So if you have an issue, let's just clarify that now. I'm not doing this just to air out Emporia's dirty laundry. I could care less. Even when I'm in town, I really don't know what's going on. I'm doing me. All right? Been getting the office situated. Yes, I have an office space, a workspace, studio, slash. I'm going to just leave it like that. Because there's a couple things going on and going to be going on in the office slash studio slash. You know, I'm going to be setting up office space. I got this podcast space. TSOV is back going to Smell of Victory. Best body oils around. thesmellofvictory.com. I'll probably put that right here. thesmellofvictory.com. Also go to kingcrawley.com. That's where I got the links to some of my videos. Plus, I have TSOV. You can click and go to that. And also, when I add other things, that'll be kind of like a one-stop shop where you can go, kingcrawley.com, and whatever I have going on, whether it's merch, whether it's a service, whether it's a class, or whatever, you can go straight to that website and navigate to any other lanes that I might have open. All right? Ladies, y'all good? Fellas, y'all all right? All right. Got a couple of mics in. Got some good people in my life. Got a couple of new mics in. Not the Yeti mic, not the blue. You know, I rock. Oh, we're not doing that. No, we're going to keep it rocking. I rock with this mic, and I still got it. And this is still good. Like if I have a lot of people and I don't have enough mics to pick up everybody, this will do the job. But I'm off of this right now. Got a couple of new mics. I just got one set up today because it's just me. Got a mixing board and things coming in. Gonna be getting some new lighting. Just switching some things up as we go. Here's the thing. If you follow me, you're getting to see the podcast improve as it goes along. Go back to January 4th of this year and see what that video looked like, and then click on this one. You'll already see some improvement. You already see better content, better conversations, a better flow, you know. So I just want you to keep staying tuned just to find out what's going to be going on. I'm going to have, like I said, I've had pastors up here, but I'm going to also have non-religious people up here because I myself, I don't follow religion. Now, some have a problem with that. If you do, you can click off right now. I have no problem with that. My goal is not to force anybody to think a certain way. My goal is to force you to think, period. You don't have to agree with me. But staying stuck in a one mind frame without even considering something else, that's insanity on your part, not mine. I choose to expand my thoughts, expand my palette of knowledge, and taste a little bit of this, taste a little bit of that, and see what makes sense over here, see what makes sense. Gather it all together, eat the fish, throw away the bones. Not just eat chicken all my life and just because I was told chicken was the greatest thing on earth, I'm like, fuck steak, and I ain't never tasted steak. Fuck some collard greens, this is chicken. That's how some of the religious people, this is Christianity, this is God. Not considering or respecting that somebody else might believe in a higher power in a different way, or not in a higher power in a different way. I just choose to respect it and point out the hypocrisy. I'm not here to bash any religion, but I'm also not here to be bullied by one either. Relationships. I want to talk about how us, and I touched on it, try to get to some of the root of why we keep bumping heads as men and women in relationships. You know. Well, and I'm not going to just say men and women because I've had people up here that are, it's a shame you have to try to think nowadays before you just say a word, which I really don't care because I know that they're not offended by it, but I've had gay people up here before. I have gay people in my family. I'm not tripping off of that because for one, it is not my place to tell anybody who to have sex with. As long as you're not violating me or violating the other consenting adult, it's none of my business. If you like balls, suck balls. If you like clitoris, suck clitoris. Simple as that. We got to get up. That's divisive too. Now, two things can be true. There can be an agenda to push homosexuality for whatever their reason is. And you can allow people to live the life they want to live. Like me, I see the agenda. I don't like it. I don't like that in certain shows you can tell they're pushing it. They're pushing it when they don't have to push it. People can be what they want to be. When they push, I don't like the push. But at the same time, I got family members that I'm not going to push away because they're gay. But some just jump in one box and say, well, this is the only box and this is the only way I can think about that. No. You were given a brain and they say this is the greatest computer. You ever look at your laptop or your tablet or your iPad or you Android users, you losers, look at your phone and have different tabs open and realize that you got 3 or 4 different things running at the same time. You might have Facebook up, you might have Twitter up, you might have YouTube up, you might have your text messages open, you might have your Gmail open. All of these things running either up front or in the background. If that machine that we made can do all of that and process different things at once, why can't you? Why can't you say, well, let me consider this thought and this thought? Let me think about this and this. Maybe this can be right and this can be right. And I don't have to pick either one. I can pick the one that applies at the time that it applies. We can do that. So that's what I'm here to do. Because some might be confused and say, what is he doing? He just all over the place. No, it's a method to the I'm not even gonna call it madness. It's a method to it. I want these conversations to be had. I want this information to be put out there. I want real estate agents to come on. Actually, I'm gonna check back with her. I should have one coming soon. Credit specialists, truckers from the company all the way to up to owner operator. Hopefully, I probably get my brother back. Pastors started their own. Him and his wife started their own ministry in daycare. She's a doula. My sister baking, designer, clothing designer. Like I said, I shouldn't have started calling names, but I want this to be a resourceful platform, either for good conversation, thought-provoking conversation, or resourcefulness. And if you know me from Facebook or whatever, you know I'm going to cut up and crack some jokes too. So we know that. But one of my main things and my main goals is for the guest, if I have a guest on, I want you to shine because I asked you to come on because I'm interested in you. Not because I think I'm the shit, which I do, but it's like, yo, you do that. That's dope. Let's tell the people about it. Let's tell the people what you do. Oh, you do that. You write books. That's fucking dope. Let's tell the people what you do. Let's tell them, and you edit and put in all of that too. It's somebody probably looking to get their book done. Let's tell them what you do. Let's tell them what you do. Oh, you make clothes, my nigga? Let's tell them what you do. You make logos and all. Let's tell them what you do. You know, that's all I want to do. I want to be like a conduit for the conversations and for the production and all of that good stuff. Shout out to the ones that fronted on me too. That I don't know what you thought the podcast was, but you made yourself look silly. I don't forgive you, but I'll let you slide. You know, whatever. Thankful to the ones that have come on and ones that will come back on. Look, this is a positive platform. Will there be some tough discussions? You damn right. I wasn't put here to just shuck and jive and go with the status quo and all of that. That ain't me. For those that know me, they know that. And for those that don't, your ass gonna find out. It's called Oh, Let's Talk About It for a reason, because we want to talk about it. We want to get into these conversations. We want to be uncomfortable sometimes. And that's about it. Like I said, I just wanted to come on and refresh and restart and reset the podcast so you'll know what direction, you'll know what's been going on, and you know what direction I'm going and what to expect. I'll be upgrading some better filming equipment soon. But like I said, I got mics. I got my mix about to come in where I can adjust my volumes and all of that. Got some more lighting I'm going to be getting. Probably eventually change the background, but I like the art because there's black art. Some original paintings. Aisha Hall, young lady, did the top two and the bottom one. Actually, I got a couple of paintings by her brother on this wall, Isaiah Hall. Shout out to them because I like original art. I like supporting young black artists. It's a part of the culture. It's a part of who we are. I like that. Anyway, I'm not going to keep running my mouth. I got some things coming up soon, some guests coming up soon. Got some people I'm going to check with so we can schedule. And after this week, I don't plan to stop again. You know, I got a goal to reach by January the 1st, and I'm going to need y'all to help me reach that. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Share it. And if nothing, subscribe, y'all. If you're taking the time to watch, hit the button. And then hit the like button. And if you don't like it, hit the dislike button. It all helps the algorithms. If a thought comes to you that's interesting and you want to say, man, I wonder if such and such, type it in the comments. I'll read it and I probably will respond to you. You know? Anyway, it sounds like somebody knocking on the door. So, my bad. One of the business people that do business in the office had to come pick up something. Heard somebody hitting the door. I'm like, who in the hell? I thought she was done for the day. She said she didn't have but one joint. But anyway, she forgot something, so she had to come back and get it. But like I said, y'all, subscribe. Hit the like button. Type a comment in. Let's get the conversation going. And I love y'all. some of y'all will watch the podcast and then you'll DM me on Instagram or Facebook or text me. And it's not like you're texting me something intimate or something personal. Let's have a conversation on the channel so we can get the engagement up, so more of this good content can be presented before you. All right? Listen, I love y'all. And listen, I understand that anytime you put your voice out there, it comes with a cost. It comes with a price. That's why everybody can't do it. And that's fine. But I feel like there are some conversations that need to be had and some things that need to be put out there that 10, 20 years from now, you can go back and look at it and say, you know what? That's still good information. So if I'm asking you to come on, I have that in mind, that you got at least 20, 30 years worth of value right now that'll be good then. All right, I love y'all. Look, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're going to be coming right back to y'all soon. Look, I'm about to sign off. I love y'all. Peace.